This video is sponsored by Squarespace.
Hello everyone, my name is Lizzie. I am a video producer and content creator from Toronto, Canada. I've worked with a ton of brands from all over the world and I travel a ton. So if that sounds like the kind of thing you're interested in, then stick around. Also, this is your free ticket to a video with a whole lot of sarcasm because I truly can't turn it off. Anyways, I posted this question on Threads the other day. How much money should you make as a content creator? And I got a ton of responses, and what surprised me the most was definitely the range of responses, but also that most of you were pretty satisfied making around the 75K range. Now, the median and mode amount, because this does matter, and I did take the time to calculate this last night, the median and mode amounts were 100K and the average amount was 190K. So for the sake of this video, we're gonna call it a range of you wanted to make as a content creator between $100,000 and $190,000, and let's just say that is after tax. All right, so let's just do some funky math here. If you are making $190,000 in a year, let's divide that by 12 months. At $190,000 salary, you're making about $15,800. And if you were working with that $100,000 salary divided by 12 months, you're making about $8,300 a month. So what do I think of this number or this range that you guys presented me with? I think it makes sense. This is a pretty comfortable salary wage for people to live off of in most countries. Again, we're generalizing for the sake of this video here. What did surprise me the most is that most of you were satisfied with around that 60 to 80K amount. And it's not like I don't think that's a lot of money, but living here in Toronto, that doesn't necessarily get you all that far. In my first year of running my production company, I actually made 6 figures, otherwise known as $200,000 of annual revenue, and that is after tax. My goal here on this channel is to help you guys do the same thing the exact same way that I did. I have a feeling that most of you who said they wanted to make this number are looking to make a career change. You're looking to jump from maybe your existing career that is not creative into something in the creative realm. So you're just looking for your basic needs covered and you're looking for a comfortable salary to be able to make that creative jump and to work in an industry or work in a field that you really love. I'm gonna put you in a different bracket than might make sense for this video. You can watch it if you want. This will give you some ideas for the future, but I do have an entire video all about different ways to make money as a beginner photographer or videographer, and I would encourage you guys to go and watch that now. That is linked in the cards. This video is that next level. It's how you go from making $75,000 a year or drowning in the workload that you might think comes with that $100,000 salary because you haven't changed a single thing about how your business operates, and making a few tweaks to your business model that's going to allow you to make that extra $50,000 to $100,000 in a year. The mistake I see many business owners make is they focus solely on volume. They think that doing more work is going to allow you to make more money. And it's not that that isn't true. It's probably what has gotten you to that 75 to 100K point, but we're talking about pushing past that. We want you to work smarter, not necessarily harder. In this video, we're going to talk about different ways that you can add value to your existing projects and to your clients so that you can charge your clients more and make more money. The first thing I would encourage you to do is think about your ICP or your ideal customer profile. Who are they? What do they want? What are their needs? What are their goals? And at the same time, you don't want to completely revolve your business around that. A lot of it has to revolve around that. But in order to make you happy, I also want you to consider what work you enjoy and what work do you want to do more of. And then find a place where both of those meet in the middle. The idea of providing more value is to figure out what you're going to give that ideal client. Now you just have to figure out what they want. What are their pain points? How can you address them? And what can you give them that will fix all of their problems? It is not enough to say that they just need a good final product, so that's a good video or a good photo anymore. Most clients are looking for full-fledged support, so they need someone to hold their hand and to guide them, and that's all the way from their marketing plan to conceptualizing to ideation to script writing to pre-production to production to post-production to marketing, the entire process. They don't know all of the little parts that go into that, so one big way you can provide value is to take care of everything. We're talking about the difference here between between treating yourself like a freelancer and treating yourself and your business like a production company. Because a full company is offering more value, more features, more services that you can restructure your existing pricing for and charge more for. It also offers you the opportunity to expand your offerings. And then you can bundle all of those resources and charge more for those as well. That could be something like script writing, for audio production, ADR, graphics, you name it. I want to break down exactly what it looks like to make that 8 to 16K month and what kind of work you're doing exactly. My first tip is to focus on large-scale productions. Now, this is easier said than done, but here are the ways that you can charge more and for that original project to become a larger budget project. Charging 5, 10, 15, 20, and upwards amounts for a production requires a full team. For this price point and for that larger scale production, your client is going to be expecting full support. So you are going to be with them along the way, listening to their goals, telling them, I think this is what video is going to work best for you, and then writing the script with them. You're going to be participating in ongoing meetings with them. You're going to be on set with the client, allowing them to view it right along with you, explaining how everything relates to each other, why we're shooting it this way, how that's going to translate into the story, and then possibly, if you can handle it in your business, extending that support into marketing and promotion as well. So you're taking what was a little project and making it into a big project, and I'll tell you how to get more of those bigger projects in just a second.
You enjoying this video? Cool. Couple things I'm gonna ask you to do then. 1, maybe subscribe to my channel. 2, listen to me talk about Squarespace for a minute. Thanks. I used Squarespace to make my website. I legitimately did, even before they paid me to do this ad. The template I chose was clean and stylish, and I literally built it myself. I really struggle with design, but Squarespace made it super easy for me to showcase my portfolio beautifully. The platform is super easy for me to customize, update regularly, and I can get analytics about the purchases made on my digital products through my online store. And I run my own business, so I don't have time to learn a whole new platform. All right, so head over to Squarespace for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, you can use this code right here to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thanks, Squarespace. Now back to the video.
So with that larger scale production, what should come is an increase in your video production quality. With something that is of a higher quality and higher standard, you can absolutely charge more for that. So you've got the team, you've got that full support, and then that leads into something that is higher quality. Now, how are you going to start offering that to your clients when you're still getting some gigs that are in like the couple $1,000 range? Well, first, if you want to be charging $5,000, then take that project you got for $2,000 and make it $5,000 quality. If you want to be charging $20K, but you're only getting paid $10, make that $10,000 project worth $20,000. Have a conversation with that client so they understand the extra value that they're getting. Don't think, hey, they should be grateful that this is even better than what they think it's going to be. You have to tell that client, hey, I'm going above and beyond for you. They'll love you even more for it. And then when someone comes to that client and goes, hey, I love the video you made, who did it for you? They can say, oh, it was this person and it's actually worth this much. That's how you go from getting paid $10,000 for a project to $20,000, is producing something at that $20,000 level. How do you find the extra money? You're gonna have to call in favors. You're gonna have to do extra work yourself. That's just how it happens. So networking, having friends with gear, there really is no way around it. There is no money that falls out of the sky. Sometimes we get that dream client and they're willing to pay us $20K and we get to play around with that money right from the get-go, but it is very rare. You have to do spec work and you have to build that portfolio of the work you want, or no one is going to hire you for it. My next tip is to discount your projects if they sign on a recurring revenue basis. So say a client comes to you and they want to pay you like $8,000 to do a video for them. Okay, great. You could do that one project and then maybe they'll come around next year or later that year. So you've done like 2 projects for them in that year. I mean, that's your best case scenario, really. Say you're doing 2 8K projects for around $16,000. What I would suggest is definitely agree to that 8K project, do all the work for them, blow them away, give them a fantastic final product, product, and all the while warm them up to the idea of some work that they would need that's tailored to their brand on an ongoing basis. Then when you send them that invoice and you're getting ready to do your payout, say, hey, how would you feel about potentially signing on a recurring revenue basis? We could do some of that work we talked about every single month, and I'll actually discount you starting on this project at around 30 to 40% if you sign on for 6 or 12 months. Even though that one initial project is maybe paying you $5,000 now, you're making $5,000 every single month for the next year. So that just took you from an 8K project to 60K over the course of that entire year. Call that the upsell, my friends. Another way you can charge more for your work is either to become a desired personality or develop a very unique style of work that only you can do. We're now talking about increasing your own intrinsic value as a photographer, videographer, director, or what have you. If you're well known in that space and people want to work specifically for you, whether it's because you're famous for what you do or well known for a specific type of photography, people will pay a premium for that service from you directly. And as you can see from my socials, this is actually an avenue that I have taken as well. So when people want me to come to their destination and work with the tourism board and promote that destination on my socials, I can charge a premium for myself as a photographer to come out versus another photographer who may not be as well known in the space. And then I can charge again for that work being posted on my platform because my platform is then their marketing avenue. My final tip for you is to develop some digital products, some courses, and do some consulting. So there are only so many hours in a day, and therefore you can max out the amount that you can make in a day. You need some streams of passive income because everything we've talked about so far is essentially active income. So depending on how much time you want to spend on developing your digital products, developing those courses, and marketing them, as well as your consulting, you can make anywhere from maybe a couple $100s a month to thousands to tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands. It depends how big you want to grow it. Even if you look at what you're doing right now, everyone has a desire to learn. No matter what point you're at in your career, you always have some knowledge to be able to share with someone who's a few steps behind you. So that's kind of what I've been delving into more recently as an online educator, and I can only give you guys so much through YouTube videos. All of this is very high level. I already have digital products and do some consulting, so I'm working on developing courses so that I can help people more one-on-one and give them that tailored support to teach them everything that I've already learned and spent time learning. So if you're interested in that kind of info and on that course, because it's not available yet, make sure you subscribe and also follow me on Instagram to get notified when that is all going live. And it's actually fairly soon. And if you have any questions about that course or about anything I talked about in this video, feel free to DM me on Instagram as well, or drop it in the comments, but I'm a little faster on DMs. Now be free, run like the wind, make some more money, and I never know how to end YouTube videos anymore. Thank you for watching, subscribe, like all of the things, and I'll see you guys in the next one.